Hello everybody, welcome to GBS News Panorama Interactive segment. Today I have a guest not so new to you. He was in the Federation for a short stint before he was forced into a compulsory leave. And we have a chance to know where he has been for the last couple of months and what his plans are for the future. Mr. Sholey,
yep.
Welcome to GBS.
Thank you.
We are glad to host you yet again.
Yeah, I'm glad to be back again.
Thank you very much. So tell us, how have you been? It's been long since I last saw you.
Yeah, I've been okay. You know, after being kicked out by my chairman, Mr. Nyamoya, I decided to, divert my energy to my company. And also there's some projects that were underway when I started campaigning. So I decided to take the opportunity, to complete them. Yeah, that's basically what I've been doing.
And
yeah.
I know, although that you have not been in the Federation for a couple of months, I know you know what has been going on. So how would you rate this season, 2012 season?
It's been an interesting season with a lot of, ons and offs. A lot has happened, of course, not forgetting that a lot of people have been suspended from the Federation. In Mombasa, just recently, a few guys were suspended from the branch level, I think the chairman and the women representative. In Nairobi here, you remember the Nairobi chairman, Dr. Dan Shikanda, together with myself, we were suspended. So that is on the, to me, it is on the negative side. And of course, to the other very happy people, it's on a positive side. On a positive note has also been happening on the grassroots. You remember when the other guys were in the office, before we went into the office, there were no leagues that were running at the grassroots level. Right now, the Federation can boast, having the county leagues running, the district leagues, they've been running positively, something that has not been happening for many years. You also remember that the women football league has also been running. It never used to be there.
When you talk about the suspension, you, Mr. Dan Shikanda, also Mr. Aduda was replaced, and what was cited is that they wanted to bring stability into the Federation. Do you think, guys, that you are causing instability?
No, I don't think there was stability in the Federation when we were there. I think what was there is that a few of us who were a little bit straight, we looked like watchdogs of the others. There are some people who want to use money however they want. That is a public office. That is one thing that people forget. Whereby 10 years later, somebody can summon you and take you to court. If you need to spend the Federation's money, it is clearly stipulated in the Constitution that NEC members have to sit together and deliberate on that particular issue that you want to solve. You don't need to have 5 signatories. And then among the 5 signatories, one is a mandatory signatory, meaning that this one mandatory signatory can actually sign with the other 4. So if this mandatory signatory signs with Sholey today, he can basically go behind Sholey's back and sign with another person. So there was a little bit of loophole. And for me, I didn't want to spoil my name. I think I'm still young. And there's a lot ahead of me. So I thought I'm not going to spoil my name right now. I still have like 5-10 years to run for a bigger office in this country.
There's something that I quite did not understand during your suspension. The whole executive committee going against you, no one was behind you to say this or this is not right. Why would that happen?
If you look at the outfit that we have at the Federation, if you look at what they do apart from running football at FKF, that tells you a lot. I have a company, I have a running company, I have a company with almost 32 employees. So that means I have a business to run, and I do not necessarily rely on football to put food on my table. The other guys, I don't know what they do. I really don't know what they do. One of them is a lawyer, but I would really love to see him in the limelight at the level of the other lawyers. We see a lot of lawyers being mentioned here and there every day. So it was, I think, a matter of survival. Some people most of the people who came into this office came into this office to service and to earn. But for me, I came into that office to service because I'm earning from somewhere else. I'm earning from my business.
Would you refer to yourself as a former vice chairman of the federation, or are you still in the federation?
No, I'm still the vice chairman. I was elected by the stakeholders, by the clubs in this country, until an annual meeting is called, whereby the stakeholders now will decide my fate. I'm still the vice chairman, and we are waiting for that. You know, they pushed it to May next year, so I'm still waiting for May next year. If the whole country think that Sholey is a mess in the federation, and they decide that I should go home, I'll pack and go home. But for now, I'm glad Asembo is still, I mean, is warming my seat. Yeah.
You played for the national team, and you know what goes on, what the players go through, and also in terms of coaches, you've been through few coaches there before. Well, why do you think there is this bad relationship with the former coach, Henri Michel, and why he had to leave? What is the federation not doing right?
Planning has always been the issue, and it's still the issue even today. Because if you look at our Harambee Stars in Uganda the other day, you know, you look at the bench, the way they were dressed, they were actually dressed in the players' uniform. The coach, Nandwa, was at the touchline. So that is all about planning. So I think if we plan early enough, we know where to get the money and all that. We do not need a coach from, I mean, a foreign coach. If we are capable of paying Henry Michel, or Henri Michel, however you call him, or 5 million shillings a month, I think that's a lot of money that if you put on youth structures, the feeder structures at the grassroots level, every month you split the 5 million shillings to the branches, or you actually buy kits, you buy footballs, nets, and all that, and then distribute to the branches. We actually don't need a foreign coach. We've had coaches within this country that have made it. We've had Francis Kimanzi. He has taken us very far. When Harambee Stars was being run by KPL. We've had Ghost Mule, who has actually taken Harambee Stars very far. And Nandwa, just the other day, Nandwa is a coach that was picked from a team that was relegated. So that tells you a lot. If somebody picks you tomorrow as a national team coach, and you have been you know, watching all the matches, the Premier League matches, you know which player is best suited for which position at Harambee Stars from which team, and you do a good selection. You know, what you need to do is just to get a winning outfit out of those players. So the ability of the coach becomes secondary. So that is basically what happened. And I think Henry also was a little bit embarrassed because Nandwa did so well.
Yeah, right. I actually asked fans on Facebook page and other social networks what they would want to know from you. And they actually asked me to ask you, what is your future plan? When are you bouncing back? When can they expect, and what actually should they expect from you?
We are bouncing back very soon. We've been discussing. We've been doing stuff, you know, under the water, like people love to put it. Because I think we did make. I personally made a lot of noise last year, and I think I was an open book. Which I was advised the best way to go about such like scenarios that I am in is to go quiet and do your stuff quietly. So next year, I wouldn't want to reveal what exactly we are going to do. We are going to do, because it's just not me. It's the whole of this country. We want to bounce back. I'm not intending to start fighting somebody to get out of the seat, no. If you ask me today, I would never even dare fight Nyamoya to get out of that seat. No, I can't, because if you do that, then you'll have a lot of nightmares. You'll never rest. He will start fighting you from outside. The best thing to do is to work together. I would really love to get another opportunity to go in there and sit down with the chairman and the rest of my colleagues and you know, chart the way forward, because fighting is does not add any value in our football in this country. So we can come back together. We forget about what happened today, I mean this year, and chart the way forward. We correct the mistakes that we did last year. We correct the fightings that we did last year, which is this year. And then, you know, we come together and work as a team.
Do you think they would actually agree to sitting down and charting the way forward with you?
That is their problem. That is their problem, because personally, if somebody asks me to go back into that federation tomorrow and I do not have goodwill from the other members of this side of the federation, then I'd rather go home, because I would be just like a picture. We need to come together, work together as a team, and you know, chart the way forward.
Thank you very much, Mr. Sholey.
Sawa.
It's always a pleasure to host you on GBS TV.
Thank you. I'm always happy to be here.
All right. Well, if you've been wondering where Mr. Sam Sholey has been now, you know, and he still insists that he is the Vice President of the Kenya Football Federation, and he promises a better 2013. And as well as the entire GBS fraternity, we would want to send our condolences to Mr. Nandwa, the head coach of our national football team, who lost his father during Christmas. This has been our interactive segment on GBS News. Join us next Sunday, same time, same place. Bye-bye for now.